I will not be denied. You will help seize the Bright Star. I sense a latent force ability within you. Follow me and I will instruct you in its ways. You will need the Force if you are to survive the path ahead.
Now Vader Immortal Episode 2 dropped out of nowhere. At least for me it did. I never even saw it coming. So I immediately said, shut up and take my money faster than this saber will return. See what I mean? There actually isn't much to cover in terms of new enemies because 8 of the droids are being reused from the first episode, but that doesn't mean there haven't been changes. Skipping the bravado, we'll get right into it. I should tell you how the Force works. It takes a bit of getting used to, but you don't use your palm to aim. You use your fingers. So instead of raising your palm to what you want to levitate, like Iron Man, point to where it is. Otherwise you're just going to be sitting there waving at the enemy. The new flying boys called Lavanids. Lavanids? Lavanix? Lavanids? How does Vader say it?
Lavanids.
These new flying boys called
Lavanids
spit an orange goop at you. You have 3 ways to kill them. However, in the first level, you only use the Force to destroy them. Grab them and toss them away. The round doesn't count the idea of you sending them at other
Lavanids.
This first round is the only one of its kind. However, the rest of the rounds don't matter at all. If you're close enough, you can slash the
Lavanids
while they're biting you. Or if you're not feeling like using the Force, you can throw your lightsaber at them. Ooh, speaking of, the Lightsaber Thrower works exactly how you think it does, even if you don't want to throw it. You can throw it at any angle that you want, and the higher you throw, the further it goes. You know, just make sure it's on first. They aren't humans, so no concussions for you. The saber only returns to you if it hits something. That includes the floor, the ceiling, walls, and other droids. It does not include the flying droids, but it does include the shields of certain droids. The very next thing you will notice is there are quite a few new things here. Get ready to embrace your inner Jigsaw because these traps are so much fun to use. My favorite one is the turbine on the left because it sucks everything in without prejudice. You can activate each of these traps by either forcing this turbine, pulling this lever, or pulling this lever. They do exactly what it looks like. The odd part is they actually kind of require some skill to use. You might be being attacked from one side, but you want to activate a trap on the other. Let's see, the Force, lightsaber throws, Lavanix, whatever they're called.
Lavanix.
And traps. What's next? Ooh, customization. Something surprising that I never thought they would add is additional lightsabers and customization options for your gloves. I mean, it's not much, but it is a welcome change in my book. The more credits you earn, the worse the gloves look. But then you get Anakin's, and all of that changes.
You underestimate my power!
Yay! And hey, if you don't want to overestimate your power, you can equip Vader's lightsaber at higher levels to become maximum scary. With the right droids on screen, you can even recreate Vader's Rogue One scene. The Guardians, or how they're called now, the Sentinels, have 2 different versions. They're also a little harder to kill now. It's like the devs saw my guide and said, hey, you know, this isn't hard enough, so let's make these beefy as... Yeah, thanks guys. Now everyone actually needs a guide. Wait. So, actually thank you. You've actually made me relevant. Aside from all that, there's really not much new. Are you ready for this? Get ready for... Miscellaneous Tips 2.0.1. Believe it or not, it's actually much easier to kill the low-tier saber droids now. If they're right next to you and begin an animation, you can pretty much just reach out with your saber and it will kill them immediately. Likewise, now, when the startup animation begins for every droid, you can damage all of them with a lightsaber throw and a few other things. Like really, do I have to explain all of the things that you can throw at everyone? You basically have an entire arena of an arsenal to throw at everything. Rocks,
Lavanix.
droids, other droids, more droids, your lightsaber, insults, you name it, you can throw it at them. Another thing I found very interesting about this game is how it handles throwing enemies. If you're throwing a blaster droid or a lava boy, it stuns everything except for low-tier training droids, because they suck. But if you throw the blaster droids or Lavanix at other droids that aren't low tier, it stuns them. And likewise, if you throw at any of the saber droids at any of the other saber droids, it's a one-hit kill. You know, just remember to aim, because it's a lot harder than it looks. If you're going for all of the Imperial credits in earlier levels, like I think round 1 to round 6, only use the Force. It has no cooldown, it doesn't have to return to you, and everything is at a distance. This is also good practice for literally every other round you're going to encounter thus far. I mean, granted, you'll look hella cool if you're throwing your saber, but trust me, only use the force for these rounds. Speaking of the rounds, they are much harder now. I don't know if you've noticed, but you won't get through these memeing around and scaring the opposition away. I have completed all of the waves, but they actually took a lot of time to do. They expect the best from you from the get-go. Are you serious with this score? Wow, I guess we really do need a guide. There are more spots around for the droids and Lavaniks to float about, so be aware of all of these. Yet some more evidence of ILM going 20 spots? Not hard enough. How about 40? Speaking of 40, there are now 50 waves instead of 40. They are a lot harder than they sound. Most of the time. And last but not least, get creative with your kills. I am heavily supportive of creativity over simplicity. It's actually what helped me get to the later rounds too. Not a fan of using the force on every enemy here. Too many around to choose one? Just use the turbine. Easy. Beefy boy is coming close on the right. Throw your saber to stun him, then grip him and throw him at the beefier boy. Saber droid taking too long to hit you? Saber throw, and say it with me. Eat. Get as creative as possible. It's so much more fun if you do. Remember, you're here for a good time, not a winning time. Okay, I think that covers everything. That was actually kind of hard, ILM. I'm very impressed. If you liked this video or it helped you, why don't you click the like button down there? Clicking the like button helps me know that these guides are still useful. It also helps anyone else looking for this video as well. They might not even know that they need it. I don't even follow most of these rules. I gave myself advice today. And if you have any tips, tricks, comments, concerns, or questions of your own, feel free to leave them in the comments. I do my best to respond as quickly as possible to any and all comments on our videos. As evidence, take a look at the Jedi Academy videos on this channel. And if you'd like to stay even more up to date than anyone else when we release a video, consider subscribing so you never even miss a breath from us. By the way, if you do plan on staying with this channel, stay tuned because we will start streaming here soon. There's no confirmed date yet, but it is happening. And we just wanted to let you know so that you can be a part of it when we do. We're growing and showing. Before I sign off and this video gets far too long, I wanted to thank you once again for all the love and support we have been getting these past few weeks. We grew from 20,000 views to over 110,000 views on YouTube in just a week. I am shooketh as to how quickly that happened. I promise I won't do this in every video. I promise I won't. But I wholeheartedly wanted to thank you from the bottom of my heart for your time. This means the world to me, and I hope we can continue to bring joy and entertainment to you guys. Thank you so, so much. On that note, everyone, we will see you soon. Have yourself a lovely day. Oh, I didn't want to leave you with nothing to look forward to, so I found a hard mission in Knights of the Force, and that's going to be our next guide. This isn't hard enough. I don't know why they're in the South.